Aging out loud, the Glamma of Park Avenue. Morning light drifts through the wide windows of the Park Avenue apartment. It is the kind of soft golden light that flatters everything it touches: orchids, crystal vases. Even the quiet lines of Evelyn Parker's face. She stands before the mirror, examining herself. Not with vanity but with curiosity. A light pink scarf today, she decides. A touch of coral lipstick bold enough to say I'm here. But not enough to suggest she's trying too hard. She brushes her silver hair into place and studies her reflection. Evelyn to herself: age, darling, is just nature's way of making you interesting. She smiles, satisfied. Outside, Park Avenue hums with its usual symphony of taxi horns and impatient footsteps. Evelyn walks toward Equinox at Columbus Circle. Her tote bag swinging at her side, heels clicking with quiet confidence. She likes these mornings, her little ritual of purpose. In a city that worships youth, she has learned to move at her own rhythm. At the lobby of her building, the elevator doors open with a soft chime. Inside stands a young woman, holding her phone vertically, speaking into it. With the enthusiasm of someone performing for the world. Young woman: hey guys. I'm on my way to a meeting downtown. She pauses, realizing she's not alone. Evelyn steps in, smiling politely. Evelyn: ah, the famous elevator talk. Quite a brave stage choice. Young woman laughs: oh gosh, sorry. I was just filming for my vlog. Evelyn: no apology needed, dear. I'm only envious your audience actually listens. The young woman giggles, charmed. Young woman: you look amazing. What's your secret? Evelyn after a pause: secret? Oh darling, don't chase youth. Make youth chase you. The doors open. Evelyn steps out, leaving behind a bewildered smile. And a recording still running. That one line: spontaneous. Graceful, perfectly. Evelyn will change everything. By evening, the clip explodes online. The title reads, "The Glamma of Park Avenue, the woman who owned the elevator." Within 24 hours, it has millions of views. People all over the world are quoting her, stitching videos. Posting selfies with captions like #MakeYouthChaseYou. Evelyn's phone won't stop buzzing. Even her daughter Claire in Los Angeles texts, "Mom, you're trending. Do you even know what that means?" Evelyn: of course. It means I've finally beaten the Kardashians at something. At Equinox, whispers follow her. At Whole Foods, the barista winks. And says, "Your coffee's on the house, Glamma." And when her Pilates friend Marjorie sees her, she can hardly contain herself. "Marjorie darling, you're the talk of Manhattan. You've gone viral." Evelyn: I've had viruses before, Marjorie. None of them this flattering. They laugh until tears gather in the corners of their eyes. Yet fame, Evelyn realizes, is strange. Strangers adore you, but no one truly knows you. She scrolls through the comments on her phone late at night. Icon. Queen. My grandma could never. Sweet words, yes, but oddly distant. Evelyn to herself: they love an idea of me. Not me. But maybe that's enough for now. A week later, an email arrives. A local radio station invites her to speak on a program called The Modern Grace of Aging. Harold raises an eyebrow as she reads it aloud. Harold, you? On the radio? Evelyn: why not? My voice still works. Harold: it always did. Especially when you're right. The day of the interview, she walks into the studio. Confident, poised, a vision of silver elegance. The host greets her with admiration. Host Mrs. Parker, it's an honor. Your words have inspired so many. Tell us, what does aging gracefully mean to you? Evelyn pauses, then smiles that slow, knowing smile of someone who's seen it all. Evelyn, grace has nothing to do with wrinkles or creams. It's about keeping your head high even when gravity insists otherwise. The studio bursts into laughter. Then, with a softer tone, she adds, and maybe grace is remembering that kindness and laughter never go out of style. The applause is gentle, heartfelt, the kind that lingers. That night, back home, Evelyn and Harold sit by the window, listening to the replay. The city glows below them, a million little lights, each one a heartbeat. Harold pours 2 glasses of wine. Harold, you sounded like Audrey Hepburn with better punchlines. Evelyn, smiling, I'll take that. She looks out at the skyline. It's the same city she's always known, yet somehow, it feels new again. Because she feels new again. Days later, as Evelyn walks down the street towards Central Park, a young man stops her. Young man, excuse me, are you the Evelyn Parker? Evelyn, depends. Do I owe you money? Young man, laughing, no, ma'am. My mother loves you. She stopped coloring her hair after watching your video. Evelyn, then tell her silver is not surrender. It's elegance announcing itself. They both smile before parting ways. At home, Marjorie calls with an idea. Marjorie, listen, darling. Everyone's obsessed with you. Why not do your own online series? Evelyn, a series? Me? Please, I can barely handle Zoom dinners. Marjorie, you don't need to handle it, just be you. Tell stories, share your mornings, your thoughts, your orchids. The world needs real women like you. Evelyn hesitates. She's lived most of her life privately. Elegant dinners, charity events, family holidays. The idea of opening that world to strangers feels vulnerable. But also intriguing. Evelyn, all right. But if I'm doing this, I'm naming it properly. Aging out loud. Her first video begins simply. She sits in her living room. A cup of tea beside her, orchids blooming on the sill. The light is soft, her tone calm and genuine. Evelyn to camera, hello, darlings. I'm Evelyn Parker, from Park Avenue. If you think life slows down after 70, you're doing it wrong. She talks about little things, the smell of morning coffee, Harold's habit of folding napkins. Twice, her favorite perfume from the 1980s. She doesn't try to be inspirational. She just is. The comments pour in again, but this time they feel different. Real people, real stories, women her age. Thanking her for reminding them to live loudly, to laugh, to dress up again just because. A few weeks later, she's invited to speak at a charity gala. The very same events she once attended quietly beside her husband. Now, the spotlight finds her. She walks to the podium in a silver gown. Her hair perfectly pinned, her pearls catching the light. Evelyn addressing the audience. When I was a girl, I thought grace was about perfect posture and polite smiles. Now I know grace is having the courage to show up. Exactly as you are, and still shine. The applause fills the hall like a wave. And in that moment, Evelyn realizes something she hasn't felt in years: purpose. That night, as she and Harold walk home under the city lights, he slips his arm through hers. Harold, you know, you've become quite the celebrity. Evelyn, nonsense. I'm just an old woman who finally found her Wi-Fi password. He laughs, and she joins in. Their laughter echoing against the quiet Park Avenue facades. Evelyn softly. We don't stop shining because we're older, Harold. We shine because we finally know where the light is. He looks at her for a moment, as if seeing her all over again. The woman he fell in love with 50 years ago. Now even more radiant, more certain of who she is. The music swells, soft jazz piano with strings. The camera pans up from their silhouettes walking hand in hand down the avenue. The city glittering around them like scattered diamonds.